Hey, pen people. I love journaling in new places. I love how a place can become part of my creative process. I bring my ideas and I allow the landscape around me to have some input as I jot them down. And writing can be a way of seeing what other people miss, because slowing down to write helps you pay attention. So I love the potential for discovery that comes with journaling as I explore and observe the world. A couple of weeks ago, I had the opportunity to volunteer at a church youth camp for a few days, which was held in a ghost town of sorts up in the mountains. Back in the day, it was probably more of a ranching station than a town, but for lack of a better term, I'm calling it a ghost town. And I want to share some of the thoughts I had as I journaled in and about this unique landscape. There are a number of different buildings up here. A quintessential outhouse with a moon window, sheds, shops, garages, or whatever you want to call them, and some buildings that appear to be old railway cars. There's also a really cool old truck that's rusting away. I don't know why, but I love old stuff like this. I love the weathered textures. Rust, peeling paint, splintering wood, torn mattresses spilling their innards. What is it about these textures that I love so much? I think part of it is knowing the stories these buildings have seen. Someone built these structures. Someone worked and slept in them. Someone cooked and ate their meals in them. The truck, nearly a century old, now riddled with bullet holes, once had a coat of shiny paint, and someone once sat on the now naked springs of the seat. The driver's door is open, as if the driver parked and left in a hurry, as if he or she didn't want to sink along with their truck, because the truck is sinking, slowly, into this dry, rocky ground. Though this place is unfamiliar to me, to the people who built it and worked here, this was the backdrop of daily life. And chances are, those people aren't alive anymore, but their stories endure in these buildings. Even if we don't know who the people were or what happened to them, we can see the product of their work, and we can benefit from it. These buildings have aged beyond the practical uses they were designed for, but they made for a really interesting place to camp, and they have made their way into my imagination and the words of my little notebook. When my car is as old as that truck, I'm sure it won't look half as good. Everything I have is bound for the same fate. My pencils will be sharpened to dust, spread like ashes. My fountain pens, even the allegedly heirloom-worthy ones, will eventually waste away. My paper, no matter how good, will eventually brittle and yellow, and the writing it holds will fade. But I'm sure interest in my words will fade to nothing long before my tools do. What feels permanent really isn't. Like it or not, that is the way of things. Your tools will disintegrate. What you make will be forgotten. So why write? Why make anything at all if it's just going to fade away to nothing again? A lot of writers think their words will grant them some sort of weird immortality, but while writing your thoughts and stories can enable them to outlast you, they still won't last forever. But I'm okay with that. I'm not writing to become immortal. I'm not writing for future generations. I'm writing for me, because of what it does for me in the present. And I'm writing with the hope of being heard right now, of making the world a little better, a little kinder for me and my family. With pens, pencils, and paper, I'm attempting to build shelters that will last us a lifetime, even if time decides to rust and rot them sooner than I'd like. I've been lucky to publish a good bit of my writing and to taste what it feels like to be read. But even if my writing had never escaped the privacy of my notebook, my writing would still be a huge benefit to me. Journaling, writing stories and poems, these aren't just ways to record your life. Writing is a way of life, and it's a lifestyle that has led me to a deeper appreciation of the world around me. Writing helps me learn. Writing helps me savor. Writing helps me realize that even along the hot, dry slope of this desert mountain, there is an abundance of life and color that is worth experiencing, worth protecting. So I'm going to keep writing, even if no one else reads what I write. And I'm going to try to write every single day of my life. Pen and paper are my tools for laying a solid foundation, for framing and insulating and shingling the house of my life. It's not done yet, but I sure love the process.